Are you at a place where you're feeling forsaken, where you're feeling discouraged, where you're feeling like all the hopes you had are not going to come to pass? Today, I just want to encourage you with the story of Sarah. If you've read the scriptures, you know Sarah was a woman who had a baby at a very late age, having been promised was going to happen. When she was told that she was going to have a baby the first time, she kind of laughed. But then she also laughed a second time. She said, God has brought me laughter, and everyone who hears about this will laugh with me. And that's in Genesis 21:6. This is after now the promise came to pass. The first time it was in unbelief because God had promised her a child in her old age. And of course now we are seeing in the second time with joy because that promise had been fulfilled. But between these two events, she went through the most wrenching experience of her life. Her husband Abraham betrayed her to save himself. A heathen king took her into his harem and would have violated her had God not intervened. Remember that time when they were walking to their destiny and they got to this, and Abraham was scared that they'll be killed, so he decided to give him his wife, pretending that she was his sister. But God is faithful. So she went through a process, but only a woman who truly loves her husband can understand what Sarah went through that night. There is a lesson here though. Between praying for a miracle and getting one, you will be tested. You will grow. And you will learn to trust God more than you ever thought were possible. Now here's something else that is important to remember. When you share your experiences with others, do not just tell them how you started or where you are today. Make sure you tell them what God brought you through. For those are the very things that they are struggling with today. Tell them how your faith was tried in the furnace of affliction before you came forth as gold. You see, we saw the story of Sarah. We know what they had to go through even as they were walking towards their destiny. And we know that just whatever, she could have been violated. And we know how she had to wait. So we know this encourages us to keep strong. So even you, when you get to that place where you receive your miracle, remember to share even those dark days. Because a lot of people are going through and thinking God has forsaken them. But God never leaves us. He said he'll never leave us nor forsake us. So stand, okay? Now, do not leave these people, the people you're sharing with your testimony, do not leave them frustrated because they claimed God promise and have not received it yet. Tell them of the time you were rendered homeless while waiting for God's promise, how your friends forsook you at times when you could only live by bread and water. King Abimelech's tent where Sarah spent that terrifying night was in a place called Gerar, which means the halting place. Yes, there will be times when you will feel like your life has come to a screeching halt and you are getting nowhere. Time when others look at you as fake and you laugh and will laugh at you. But remember the story of Sarah and be encouraged and keep moving. Maybe that's where you are today. If it is, please know this. God will be faithful to you if you remain faithful. Sometimes these things, God never tempts us, but he tests us. Are you loving him because of the things? Or you love him because who he is? He is the Alpha and Omega. He doesn't change. And whether in good or bad, we stick with him. And if we prove that right, you will come through. Okay? So if it is, please know this. God will be faithful to you if you remain faithful. He is a God who keeps his covenant, and he's not like man to lie or change his mind. Not only will he bring you through, but like Sarah, your joy will return as you watch him fulfill his promise to you. And hopefully you will laugh and share your laughter with others. Okay? I hope this encourages you. And my prayer for you is that you stay strong and focused on he who is the Alpha and the Omega and who loves you completely. Okay? Stay blessed and stay in peace. Amen.